3 of this. Jesus.
Yeah, round 4.
Oh, it is round 4. Okay.
Yeah. Let's not incriminate people we know, though.
Yeah.
I'll make fun of people. I'll like, fuck up their life. There's like some nonsense, stupid shit.
I want to fuck up their life. Let's just do it.
Me
Let's wreck everybody. Let's just start throwing out all the dirt on people.
If we're just gonna do this, can we just play Star Wars? Alright, start my broadcast. So, dude, great. Hello, thanks for visiting the Phoenix Roost. I'm Adam.
And I'm Matt.
For our first live stream, we're going to be taking a look back over 2018, which overall was probably better than 2017. I remember 2017 was kind of underwhelming.
It was a little lackluster except for Nintendo. Nintendo kicked ass 2017, but yeah,
It would be decent.
for sure.
Which shit about the year, decent as it got. But yeah, gonna be live streaming some games. I'm just fucking around, mindlessly around. I think Matt's playing Red.
Yep, just walk in the wilderness dead like a wild fool.
Yeah, so don't worry about that. This is mostly audio podcast, but we just have a visual. We're going to be breaking this up into a couple different videos. First off, we're just going to start off talking about multi-console releases. I think I'll let Matt start off with Street Fighter V Arcade Edition.
So yeah,
is that like a new? Does that count?
so I mean, it technically counts as a fucking like re-release, really, because you know
Like
all
Super
it.
Ultra or something?
Yeah, because all it does is so. This is the shitty thing about Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. The thing that really pisses me off about this is that so people got mad because of Street Fighter 4, right? Because they kept releasing edition after edition, which
But they liked the game, right?
right. Which I get. Like I understand why they're upset. I get it, and I / don't get it only because like this is how Street Fighter's always been done. So like the complaints like, oh my god, now since 2 there's been like fucking 6 editions, and a lot of those editions didn't even add like characters. Yeah, no, Street Fighter 2 for sure was the first one. Street Fighter 1's a sack of shit. Like, yeah, no, dude, it's a shitty fighter, but it's like garbage, like real garbage.
It's just shitty.
Yeah, like no, and then like they're like night and day from each other. The other like, yeah. Street Fighter 2 is where everybody considers the start of the actual series, and like Street Fighter is just like
I knew that.
bullshit blip.
For some reason, I thought like Street Fighter 1 was like a sister series to Final Fight or something.
No, it's just bad.
They cross over though, don't they?
Oh yeah, for sure. No, a lot of the characters from Final Fight
That's
eventually made their way. Dude, only Hagar has not, and I think Hagar really should.
Really? I thought Hagar did for sure. He was a
No,
cool character.
he made it into Marvel vs. Capcom games, but not actual fucking. Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I don't care about Street Fighter V at all. I don't like Street Fighter as a series. I'm not good at it.
See, I really like.
I've heard it's
I really loved Street Fighter 2 as a kid. I got super into it, and I kind of dropped off Street Fighter, like besides the Versus series and stuff like that, for a bit there. But Street Fighter 4 got me back into it, and I actually got like hardcore back into it for a bit because it was just super fun. It was fluid. It was fun. I liked the 2D with the 3D sprites. Like it looks nice. And then I honestly. Did the addition thing bother me? Yeah, but it wasn't like super bad. And I always added new fighters, so it wasn't like it was just like mechanics or anything being fixed.
Weren't
the
some
reason
like the original Street Fighter 2s like just changing like speeds?
Dude, yeah, some of them they just changed mechanics, like different mechanics of them. Or they add
that's bullshit,
yeah.
in your opinion, though.
Dude, that's super bullshit. And I understand why they did it back then, though. I do understand it, because how do you update a cartridge? Like, yeah, you don't. So if you did want to make a better version, you would have to just fucking, we've released a different game. Like, but But yeah, the shitty thing about Street Fighter V though is this. Well, there's a lot of shitty things about Street Fighter V, but specifically the arcade edition is this. The arcade edition should not exist due to the way Capcom's monetized Street Fighter V because they promised us that because of the fight money shit, that there would not be any more editions of this fucking game, and that's how the characters would be, like, dealt out. And then they just did a fucking arcade edition anyway. But, like, they were, you know, you guys are so mad over all these arcade editions. Well, we're not going to do it like that. You know, you just fucking buy the characters. And then the fight money thing, they just have made it harder and harder to get fight money. Like, certain things that used to give out fight money, they stopped. And, like, they give out less fight money now, and, like... I mean, just, I guess it did happen this fucking year, so I guess let's talk about that. Then they just added just straight up advertising into the fucking thing, and just like, yep, you earn more fight money if you keep the ads. And it's just like, God damn,
we should
guys.
Probably, like, honestly, next weekend do, like, biggest mishaps and stuff.
For sure, for sure.
That's gonna be, like, a running theme.
Yeah, like, Jesus Christ.
On greed and just stupidity in general.
No, it was a bad year for that shit, for sure. Like,
yeah, like, game quality-wise, there was a lot of good releases, but there was also a lot of just, like, what are you guys even doing?
Yeah, some real dumb shit happening, yeah. But, yeah. Overall, I played Street Fighter V a little bit, the base one, I guess. I mean, it's the same fucking version. I just don't have some of the DLC characters. Which I actually think I have all the ones for arcade, so never mind, because I just don't have Season 3. It's pretty fun. I mean, it still plays sort of like Street Fighter 4. I think it's a little worse, honestly. The fucking, like, there's just, like, a lot less heart to it, it feels like to me. It literally feels like a cash-in game, and it makes me sad, because, like, I want it to be good.
I mean, it is Arcade Edition, which added in the arcade mode, so, yeah. I think we're good on Street Fighter. It's it's just a misstep, but like the gameplay itself is fun. Or
yeah, I mean it's more of Street Fighter, which is fine for me. I like Street Fighter. It's my second favorite like fighting game franchise behind Mortal Kombat. You know, so
yeah, that might be like the worst part, that it's like a good game stuck behind like
it's just really poor bullshit. Yeah.
Shit. Metal Gear Survive. Neither one of us played this, and we're gonna go into a list to play this year. But the catch is, those are games we want to play, and I don't want to play Metal Gear Survive.
Right. Neither do I, actually. I only even kind of wanted to talk about Metal Gear Survive because it just mystifies me that they made this. Yeah. I felt like it needed a little shit talking, and you know, it was a game they shit out this year. So Konami as a company is just fucking dropped in all regard, like at this point.
They're like kind of coming back a little bit though, like Super Bomberman R and stuff.
I mean, yeah, I guess Super Bomberman is out, and that game is funish. I beat that game this year, so that's cool. Nice. It's not great, like, but, honestly.
They definitely, Konami's definitely was going down the shitter, and they were doing some evil shit, but
yeah.
But anyway, Metal Gear Survive, man. What did you want to say about it,
dude? That game it's insane to me that game exists, I guess. It does, like, it has nothing to do with the actual Metal Gear. It's, like, got weird zombie elements to it, fucking Minecraft Ark elements to it. Like, it's just such a hodgepodge of fucking bullshit. It's just such...
it's a tower defense game, too.
Dude, it's like it literally is blatantly Konami just trying to put a Metal Gear game out this year. Didn't matter what it is, or if it just, like, you know... It actually made me feel a little bit for Hideo Kojima, because I've heard for a while that, like, after Snake Eater, he was just done with the series, and they kept wanting to make new ones, and he kept being like, well, I guess I'll make 4, I guess I'll make fucking 5, I guess I'll make 6, you know, like...
Yeah, and part of the reason was because he didn't want him fucking with the series.
Yeah, to do this shit with it, like... And yeah, it's just sad, because, like,
unceremoniously do it immediately.
Right.
So it's just fucked. Yeah, we're off to a pretty bad start so far, but how's Call of Duty Black Ops 4, man?
Dude, okay, so Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is weird for me, because I actually really like the Black Ops series as a whole. Like, it's my favorite of the Call of Duty series, and the this game really does have to be kind of broken down into 3 segments because it is like almost 3 separate like games. It's weird. The modes like are full blown, so that's kind of cool. Because a mode that I honestly don't give much time to, which is zombies, is like way, way, way fucking cooler now. Like there's like just like a lot of like branching story arcs and shit in like each map, and like they all like connect somehow. Like you get like time traveled to fucking Rome and have to fight off like Roman zombies in a fucking like gladiator coliseum. You get
Yeah.
time travel to the Titanic and shit. It's cool as shit. And the multiplayer itself's good. It's Call of Duty, which I like. The only thing I will say about the multiplayer itself that I did not like is that half the maps are from Black Ops 1. I think it's more like 7 maps or something, but it feels like fucking half of the maps were just ripped out of the other game. Which, you know, it's cool to have 1 or 2 maps that you remember and you're like, yeah, man, fuck, I really like that map. When it's like half of them, though, it's just like, wow, you just took the other game and you didn't really make much more. Like, cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I played like over 200 hours on fucking Black Ops 1. I know these maps, so that's neat for me, but it'd be cool to get some new shit with the game I bought. And then there's Blackout mode, which just like, I don't know, I just don't think that those fucking style of goddamn games are for me. Like, I tried it a couple times. The coolest thing it does is instead of having like this like, you just die when you're outside of the like, whatever. Have you ever played one of those stupid fucking games? Like,
yeah.
At all.
Well,
So,
I haven't played them, but I know how Battle Royale works.
Okay, so yeah, how they like Minecraft. They like tighten down on the like the area by like just making you die if you're outside of it. The zombies will just attack you if you're outside of it, which is neat. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. It's probably the most fun I had with a Battle Royale game, but at the same time I just don't care. And so like I played like 4 rounds of that. Yeah, and so I just played a few rounds of that.
It's not a
and
bad
just
series,
like
just not for me at all.
Right.
But so how's 4 overall? I didn't like.
I'd say it's average. I'd say it's worse than Call of Duty's the Black Ops series has ever been. It's probably the worst one in it. But overall, like it is fun to play. I have a blast with it when I'm playing just multiplayer or zombies. It does hurt a bit that there's no campaign. And I know that's dumb because the campaign's normally just generic garbage. But the Black Ops series in general has been the most interesting that the campaigns have ever gotten. Like they just have like a lot of like surreal shit happening, like that kind of crap. And so for that to be the, you know, the series that stops with the campaigns, I'm just like, really? Come on. Like,
yeah, another misstep.
But yeah, overall it's fine. Yeah.
Right on. I'll not check it out.
Yeah, dude.
Next up, did you play Iconoclasts?
No, I have not. I actually haven't even. I heard of it and have never really looked into it.
So Iconoclast is a cool little indie platformer with like action puzzle bits, kind of like Mega Man. You play as I haven't played it in a while actually, so I don't remember if you're like a robot or anything, but you just play as this girl. She's got like powers. Eventually you unlock more characters who have different powers so they can interact with the levels in different ways. It's got a beautiful like 16-bit aesthetic and just plays really, really well. Like the controls are sharp and solid platformer. It's really nice to have that. And yeah, it just looks gorgeous. If you haven't seen screenshots of it, I just like look up the trailer for it. You'll immediately be won over by it, like I was, especially if you like old school. Like if you like Owlboy or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Story, or like the look of Fez, not the guy who made it, who's a piece of shit. Sorry, Philfish. By sorry, I mean fuck you. But yeah, that's Iconoclast. It's pretty. It's good shit. I liked it. I didn't beat it. I got distracted. It's just life, man. You know how it is.
For sure. No, I get that. Like, yeah.
Did you play the next game on here either?
Next game.
Subnautica.
What the fuck, phone? Just goddamn. Not a single thing can just fucking work for me. Subnautica? No, I have not.
Okay, so Subnautica is a really cool game. It's like the only Ark style game I've ever really been interested in. Basically, you're on a spaceship and it crash lands on this water planet, and you're the only survivor. and you just end up having to create like an underwater base, and you have to like go explore the depths, and like there's crazier and crazier fish aliens down there. I just barely started playing on PS4. It released at the start of this year officially out of like early access on PC, and then it came to consoles just recently at the end of the year. I played it on PS4, like I was saying, but yeah, it's really, really cool. It's the only like Ark style game that I've been interested to keep playing after just a little bit. Just to keep up these weird little side releases. I didn't end up actually playing this one, so I'll actually just ignore that one. You got Dragon Ball Fighters, right?
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure I did.
I didn't play this one, but just trailer-wise, it looked gorgeous, and from what I have heard, it plays super well.
Dude, okay, so that game plays super fucking well. No, it plays exactly the way you want a DBZ fighter to. Like, it made me real happy. It's made by Arc Systems, the guy that made Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue.
Yeah.
Which is a good fucking company to make a fucking 2D game like that.
Absolutely. I'm not great at fighters or play them too much, but I love me some Blaze Blue.
No, it's smooth as shit. There's a bunch of characters in it, which is like different. Like, they all feel different, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not like some of the older ones where there's like 5 different Gokus.
Right. No, it's not like that. I mean, there is DLC that I think adds in like an extra Goku or some shit, but like...
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh yeah, because it adds fucking the evil Goku, pink-haired Goku. Shit,
yeah. It's something black, I think. Or just
yeah, it's
black.
Goku Black. I think it just is that, yeah. But yeah, so it fucking adds that guy in later, but... Whatever, like... And even he plays, like, extremely differently from what I've seen. And the game is just so fucking beautiful. The only thing I would say for it is that there's just not, like, there's not, like, a lot of content in it overall. Like, if you're just looking for, like...
Street
fighting.
fights.
Yeah, like, you're fighting. That's what you're doing. Like,
Well,
we both played the demo a bit, and that's pretty accurate to how that game is still, like, honestly. The online's better, like, connected. You can connect easier, like, it's not as fucked as it was in the demo, but...
Is that hub world still just as useless?
No, I think it's a little bit better, too. It's not... It's still pretty useless,
cool.
but, like, still a little bit better, you know?
Alright, so yeah, that was a good one. Next up, we were both super hyped for this, and dropped off the radar for me pretty quickly. I think you are genuinely more interested in it, but, I mean, well, you'll get into your problems. Monster Hunter World came out, and I've always wanted to like Monster Hunter, but anytime I've gotten them, and I've played like 3 on Wii U, I've played Generations, or 4 on
That's
3DS.
Yeah, both of those are on it, so yeah.
Way back. Yeah, Freedom Unite way back on the PSP. So I fucking tried to love this series, and World looked like it was gonna like, I kind of hate myself to casualize it enough for me to actually more, but no, it's just grindy and gets annoying, and like the game design itself is really cool, but just I don't have the time to dedicate to one game doing the same shit over and over and over and over again. Even though it was really fun in co-op, and it does play really well, but it's nothing against the game itself. It's just my personal taste. It's an excellent game. Just
No, and I can understand that whole, like, that problem with it. I think I always have been pretty understanding of, like, you're just like, yeah, I don't really like the series. I'm like, yep, I can see why.
yeah, but I want to really bad. It's an amazing concept.
Hold up one sec, what the fuck?
What's up, man?
Nah, I just go lock my door because I thought I heard a knocking on it. Nobody should be knocking on my door this time of night, so...
Oh, it's probably just the wind, but yeah.
For sure.
As well.
Fucking windstorm. But yeah, no, World, it was weird, because when I first started playing it, I was like, holy shit, this is the best Monster Hunter, like, I've ever played. Like, you know, they casualized it a little bit, yeah, but all the problems that they just took issues and made it streamlined. They streamlined it. Yeah, no. They just made things easier, like, oh, okay, well, instead of having to, like, paintball this fucking monster, and sometimes the paintballs wear off, you can just track them via this, like, flies, like, so, way easier to track. Okay, cool. Oh, items are easier to organize and get, like, you know, that way. Oh, awesome. But the weird part about it was like the second I beat that game, I just could not get back into it. And like, you beat the game real fast, and that fight is so just
That's a weird
sad.
game.
In general, it's just like,
Hey viewer, we're just doing a general overlook of last year. We're talking about Monster Hunter World right now while I swing around New York. Sorry.
no, you don't. That fucking no. It's just like, I mean, you just shot him to death. Like, you just shot him with a ballista, this old dying like dragon or whatever. Like, yeah, and it's just like,
It was pathetic.
yeah, it was super pathetic. You're like, what the fuck? Come on, this is the major fight. And then after that, I just like I played it once or twice here and there, and like, there's some cool shit. Like I got
really?
Ryu's costume. Hi.
I thought you played it a bit more than that. That's
Well, I
nice.
played it for a little bit after I beat it, like for like a month after. I kept trying to in and out to get after it, but after that, like I just kind of moved on to other stuff, and like here and there, if my roulette will land on it, then I'll go dick around with it some more.
Your
No,
roulette,
and then
you say? What are you talking about?
the decision roulette powered this whole stream, guys. That's right. The decision roulette, unbeknownst to the people that made that, are
Yeah.
our new
Because we don't
corporate
get paid
sponsors.
for it.
Yep.
But it's available on the Play Store. If you can't make decisions for yourself, don't you worry, baby. Decision Roulette's got your back. Anyway, so that's Monster Hunter World. It was alright.
Yeah. I think I ended up like.
DLC,
I'm sorry.
the big ass DLC Iceborne thing.
I don't know what you're saying. Sorry. What are you saying to me?
Oh. Okay. Monster Hunter coming out soon called Iceborne that introduces like a whole new area and like monsters. So I guess you don't know about it. So, like,
No, that's cool shit.
Question answered. Monster
Sounds cool.
Hunter. Let's see. I didn't play that one. Okay, next game. All I like is fucking weird little indie games, I guess. So, Into the Breach is another really cool game. It came out for... I think it came out on Windows early this year and then came out on Switch later, which is when I played it. But, do you know what Into the Breach is at all?
No, I have no idea what that is.
Did you play FTL, Faster Than Light?
Yes, it did, yeah.
Okay, so it's made by those guys, and it's a totally different style of game, but it's just as neat of an idea. Basically, you're in a time-traveling mech suit who's just like, kaiju are destroying the world, and then it turns into a turn-based game, and when you fail, which you will, because it's hard, and you're supposed to Binding of Isaac or style game where you just keep going at it over and over as best you can. And every time you lose, you like time travel back to the start of like the kaiju destroying the world. But you go to a different timeline, and so like you unlock characters from different timelines to be pilots, and you can upgrade your pilots, and you can upgrade your mechs. It is a turn-based strategy game because it's like here's the specific setup, and you have to like make the right exact moves. With I guess you could argue all strategy games are a puzzle game in that aspect, but it feels more like a puzzle game than like an out-and-out like war strategy game. But it's a really fun time. Killing kaiju is good.
Right, yeah.
Good. Or be a kaiju. After that, yeah, another weird little indie game. Have you ever heard of Way of the Past?
Oh, you did cut out there for me. Way of the Pacifist? Yes, I have, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you play it?
I didn't. I've been wanting to pick it up, but I just haven't yet.
Okay, so I bought it, and it's glitched on my... But the game is bigger than my TV is, and even if I fuck with the game or my TV, I can't get it to fit on my screen completely.
What the fuck?
Weird beat 'em up where you use the Way of the Pacifist, which is obviously a pacifying style, where you basically just parry and counter people to death. And the little bit I played was neat, but like I said, it's glitched, so I'm kind of waiting for a patch, or I don't know what the issue is. I tried looking it up, and no one else seemed to have this problem, so...
What the fuck?
It looked neat and played alright, though. Next up, finally for me, a game that's not a little indie title. I assume you didn't play Ni no Kuni.
No, I didn't play Ni no Kuni, actually. No. I wanted to, though. And the plot of that one seems fucking insanely awesome to me, so...
Yeah. So the first like that RPG where you just run around collecting monsters and fighting alongside of them, but more like action, not like out. Ni no Kuni 1, so I picked up Ni no Kuni 2. It's a lot different, but I still really liked it. It kind of sucks though because Studio Ghibli, which is like one of the most famous, like what do they call them? Like creators of anime movies, I guess. Like studios.
Yeah.
Studios, what I was looking for. They worked on the first one, and like I think animators from Ghibli worked on the second one, or at least people who were really good at copying the style. But it's not like you can tell they didn't work on it this time. But yeah, another one that's just one of those big ass RPGs. I hope I get to beat it someday. Oh, cool. So how about Far Cry 5, man?
Fucking Far Cry 5, what a weird ass game. Yeah, so Far Cry 5, like, it was fun. Like, I'll give it that. Like, it was fun to dick around in Montana, but like, Jesus, the story just really just sucked, honestly. Like, it was just, you just got captured so much that it was just unbelievable at a point. Like, it was just like, dude,
twice an area at least.
Dude, how am I not dead? Like, how am I fucking these people's lives up? And really, we're just at the point where, like, I'm captured anytime they want to capture me, and they somehow can't stop me. Like, come on now. Like, no fucking way. And the fucking ending of that game was probably the best part of it, but honestly wasn't even that, like, great. Like, I don't know.
The only part I liked about the ending, and spoiler alert, is that like the nukes just actually go off. And I don't understand the people who are like, "Oh, the cult was right." Like, so what? Like, that doesn't change the fact that they were crazy pieces of shit. Like,
still doesn't make me think I was the villain all along. Like the fucking Far Cry series really wants you to do. Like, we're not the villains all along. You fucking cultists driving people out of their homes, saying, "Hey, we'll kill you if you don't become a cultist with us."
Yeah.
Like,
and you're
a fucking police officer
around murdering. Yeah, but like, I mean, even the main character's methodology is just like mass murder. So like, he's not a hero either, but he's not out and out the bad guy.
Yeah, I would never consider him the bad guy. Yeah, I'd consider him a dude trying to do the job he was sent to do the best he can. Like,
plus, if I remember, he got like stranded and fucked over there. So what else are you gonna do? Just take it?
Survive. That's all he's trying to do. And that was the other shitty thing was, the recruit guy that just does no voice, doesn't talk at all. Like, it's just like, guy. Like, you make
at least Herc was in it.
Yeah, I forgot about that for a minute. Fuck Herc, by the way. Didn't ever pick up the DLC, but none of that looked interesting to me really anyway. And since one of them's Herc heavy, like,
oh yeah, that's I forgot about that.
There's one of those three I just legit don't want to even touch. Like, it's the most interesting setting to me. Like, that was the most interesting setting. Fucking Vietnam, I don't really care about. Fucking zombies, don't really care about. Mars, I was like, oh shit, Mars would get me to buy this season pass. And they're like, yeah, but Herc's just ain't it the entire time. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, Far Cry 5, it's fun. It's a well-designed game. It's fun fucking around in the, just, you know, out and about. Cause mayhem, but Far Cry's just at that point where it's just the same thing over and over again. It's just another Ubisoft game, and that's the problem. And, like, they need way better settings, because I still stand by Primal's the best Far Cry, because it's, like, weird. There's no other, like, caveman fucking game out there. Like,
see, I haven't even played Primal yet. Like, I got so burnt on Far Cry, like, for a bit there, I just, I didn't, like...
I'm a retarded person and just keep buying and 100%ing every Far Cry since 3.
Every Fallout game, everyone.
Yeah, every Fallout game. Good thing we don't have to talk about that this year. So yeah, Far Cry 5. What the fuck was the deal with the DLC? It's like you didn't care.
At all. Like, just fucking at all. Yeah, you gave no shits about that. Come on now. Like... Dude,
Matt,
it
how
had
about
potential.
you take us back?
Huh? Take us back to
what,
outer space. Way back?
No, dude. If you had a you, you had potential for what?
Huh?
I don't know. I interrupted a thought of yours. I didn't want to interrupt the thought of yours. I thought we were done. You said the DLC in Far Cry 5 had potential.
Oh yeah, no, it had potential because like at first I thought it was gonna like it, and it is that way. It's like three mini ones, so it's like three mini. It could have been like three mini blood dragons. Like they could have gave us three little
Yeah.
mini like just like awesome things, and they just like gave us three mediocre ones instead, which is honestly just what Far Cry 5 was anyway. It was just a mediocre fucking like Far Cry experience, which maybe it's just worn out as welcome to me now, but like I honestly do feel
That's
that
all it is.
the story was just a little worse. Like,
Yeah, it's one of those games. It was like how BioShock Infinite was going to tackle racism and then just didn't,
yeah,
but they still used it as set dressing. It's the exact same thing here, where like they use a doomsday cult and like honestly just like the fake news, fear, and everything type shit that's going on right now. And just like people not really understanding the nature of reality, but then not actually dealing with any of those real issues, and just like, oh, maybe you're the bad guy. Okay, okay.
like fuck Far Cry.
I
I'm not the bad guy. I'm not. Like I really just am not at this point. Like, I,
It was like an 8th grader wrote the fucking story. But yeah, so Far Cry 5.
eh.
But how about you take us back to the past now, Matt? Back to a time of foo, Shaq foo.
Okay, so this is really retarded because I've been excited for this game for years now since it hit the Kickstarter because I actually really like not ironically really like Shaq Fu the game, the first one. I own it. I bought it just so I could have it again, and like really liked it. I do admit this is like not a great game, but I think it's in the same way I love the Mortal Kombat movies. I think it's just cheesy bullshit, but it works enough, and the game like plays all right. So I'm just down with it. So I was like all excited for this one.
Name. Oh, never mind.
And then they just fucking like, and they were like, oh, it's gonna be a beat 'em up now, and I was a little less excited. But I was like, ah, fuck it, a Shaq beat 'em up. I guess we could do that. Like, I guess that could still be okay. And then fucking, dude, everything about this thing just like is insane to me. So like, the Kickstarter itself, there's a lot of times where like, so like one of the things was like, hey, so if you put in this amount of money, you can be a voice in the game, right? And people did that, and then that never happened for anybody. Not a single person was ever contacted about being a voice in the game. One of them was that you could fucking win a dinner with Shaq. You could hang out with Shaq, right? Somebody sprung for that one. Never hung out with Shaq. Never was invited to hang out with him. One of them was like you get these like cool like cartridges that were like NES or SNES cartridges of the game. They never made them. Never made them at all.
Not even as like a case, because they do that all the time.
And then as they were putting in like different like, you know, because in the Kickstarter you like, oh, if we hit like, you know, 3,000 you can get this character. Dude, there was like six different characters you're supposed to be able to play as, including like a lot of the bosses. There's a full versus mode and co-op mode that the Kickstarter people unlocked, never got added to the game. Like the company, like I looked up the company, not a real thing. Like the whole thing is just like a big ass scam game, it seems like. And the game itself is just
Shaquille O'Neal actually like did some advertising.
Yeah. And like, yeah, no, like a lot. I think they might be getting sued over a lot of it because like a lot of the things they were saying were going to happen just literally never ended up happening. But
I hope they do, man.
Yeah, I do too. I hope it gets a bunch of major updates. Like it'd be cool because I'd be down to check it out. The best part of it was the Barack Obama fucking food they added, which was fun as shit. Just because it was dumbass Barack running around beating up on Kanye. But yeah, no,
That reminds me more of the Dead.
The game itself has like a lot of weird, like just like you can tell this game's been in development for years because like a lot of the jokes are like from like years and years ago, like kind of shit that was happening in pop culture, and it's just like, wow, this is not relevant now at all. Like almost didn't even get that joke for a second. Like that kind of shit. You fight a giant ass in one of them. Like, you just fight an ass.
So it's worth playing?
No, it's not. Like, it really wasn't. But I'm happy I did. At least my curiosity is sated. And I just go back to playing, you know, actual Shaq Fu. Shaq Fu proper.
Do you know what I'm happy about, Matt?
What?
Sonic Mania Plus.
What? Yeah, there we go.
So this is kind of a cheat because Sonic Mania came out last year, I do believe, and it was great then. But Sonic Mania Plus adds just enough new stuff for me to be like, fuck it. Plays Mighty Armadillo and Ray the Squirrel.
Right.
I'm a fucking insane nerd, and I've always wanted to play Sega Sonic as like an arcade game where you can play as those two characters. You can emulate it. I know we're not supposed to talk, but I tried it, and I don't have a trackball thing to make that work, so the game's just impossible to play. So I still want to play that game, but I'm really glad that Mighty and Ray both, because Mighty's got some like references here and there. Otherwise,
right.
I think Ray's only showed up back in like the Archie comics a couple, like maybe once or twice. Like that's all he got. Like I don't know, and it's not like Sonic needs more friends, but like he's one of the OGs and like a hidden OG, so it's pretty cool. And yeah, it was just Sonic Mania again though. Really fun time, 2D Sonic game. I know you love it more than I do, and I think it's great.
Yeah, dude, fucking Sonic Mania. Yeah, I bought it again just for that shit, and like I even chose to pick that game up physically again instead of getting like, I think Fire Emblem Heroes. It was between those two, and I just like kept staring at Sonic Mania, going, "I want this though." And fucking.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem Warriors is good, but without like it doesn't have the like kick Hyrule does of being a series we love. So.
Yeah. No, for sure.
After that, this one's gonna play Dragon Quest 11. This is one of your favorite games, man. I'm pretty new to it.
Yeah,
What is it about Dragon Quest 11 that makes it such a standout game?
Dragon Quest 11 for me, like for me, it was just the first one that like I actually got into any amount of like time. Fucking something about that trailer though. When I first saw it at the E3, I just like it. Like I was just like, dude, I fucking really want to play that. Like I think it was visually just massively appealing to me. And I was just like, yep, that's fucking something that I would love to play. And as I started playing it, I was like, yep, this is something I really enjoy playing. Because the fucking enemy design in that game is just insanely amazing. Like,
yep,
holy shit, it's one of my favorite, like, games for just enemies in an RPG. Like, every enemy I come across, I'm just like, holy shit, that's fucking neat as fuck. Like, the story itself's pretty just generic, you know, RPG fare, but, like, it doesn't even matter to me. The fucking mechanics all play real nice, and, like, I just have a great time when I'm playing it. I did put it down just because I got a few other games at the time, and, like, it's a big-ass RPG, yeah.
On a console, too, is the real thing, where it's like, I gotta be at home, and I gotta, like, you can't have anything else going on. Well, I mean, you can, but...
Right.
I don't know. For me, I like to dig into RPGs.
Right.
Maybe it's because I was scared and like or another, but that's just how I like to play RPGs.
No, for sure.
No, but yeah, I was just walking around earlier. Dragon Quest is like the whole time. I just fucking love it so much, and I'm so happy to be in America and that. Hopefully it's getting a big push in America again. I'm glad to support it. And shit, Platypunks are amazing. Yeah, they are.
They are. Platypunk's my favorite fucking thing in the world, like, from that game. Like, legit would just play a Platypunk game. Like, I was like, yep, this is what we're doing. Fuck Platypunks. Dude, it's a platypus and a punk. Like, yeah, what more could you want in your life?
Platypunk. Right? You got it all there. But yeah, I had the same problem as you, just real life got in the way, so I haven't beat it either, but that's definitely one I'm gonna go back to. It's beautiful. Sure. And apparently the story like really picks up about the halfway point, so
that'd be cool to see. Because yeah, for right now that'd be the only thing I'd say about like in that department. I'm just like, alright, like Story-wise, this isn't like the best, but it's, you know, it's fine enough for like an RPG. I'm not like shitting on it, but
Yeah, that big ass tree. Apparently, once you get there, like that's the halfway point, and it's like, I don't know. I've just heard tons of just like, holy shit, I did not expect that to happen. So I don't know. I'm excited as fuck to get to that point.
that's cool.
So pretty much next up, pick your poison, man. Oh wait, did you actually play SMK Heroines? Or should we do that on the Wanna playlist?
Wanna playlist? I haven't played it.
11? You didn't do that one either.
No, huh?
Okay, so you pick your poison, bro. You want real poison or just slow poison?
What the fuck? Real
Gotta
poison.
pick. Fallout 76. Didn't play this, but I don't need or want to. I don't even really want to get into it. Everybody knows. We'll honestly, because we want to talk. Last year was really fucked, and I think that's one of the early podcasts we need to do this year is just cover all the fuck ups going on.
Yep.
76 exemplifies a lot of it. How games as a service fail, how lazy to fail, really a stopgap between Fallout 4 and Elder Scrolls next actual game, and they just stop supporting it. Don't support Bethesda doing this. If they do a new thing that you like, do that, but don't support this. This is a broken piece of shit. They're just stealing your money and your time. Don't do it, please, kids.
That's
Please
literally
stop.
insane. Yeah, just don't support this bullcrap, because otherwise you're just gonna get more of this shit. The sooner they
Exactly.
learn this is unacceptable to do this continuously like this, they'll fucking stop. When they start losing money over it, they'll fucking stop. Like, that's what's gonna happen. Like,
Yeah, like into it fully and like and it's on its own thing, but like just the main thing is just don't support this shit, man. You're getting beat and you're just like, yeah, I like it. I still love you, honey. You don't break up with him.
right? He ain't,
Maybe
he
they
ain't no
can
good
change,
for
but
you.
you need time and space right now, okay? You just need time and space right now. The slow acting poison was Red Dead Redemption 2. Because
Hilarious.
it's slow as fuck.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
So I don't know if you want to just take that away or I can either way.
Yeah, I know I'm playing the motherfucker, so I guess that works.
There you go.
Yeah, no, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a weird game. It's super cool. It's very beautiful. But it is like, it is super fucking slow. That the first start of that game, the fucking snow area, is like actually like one of the worst intros this game could have had for a bit there, because
That
it's
is
just
the worst thing ever.
you just fucking like walk through snow for a while, and it's just like, dude, fuck, man, like I want to not be here. This whole game, actually, now that I think about this, the online's the exact same way. You start off doing shit you just do not want to do because the game's making you do it. It's just boring as fuck until you can get to the point where it's like, oh, you can play with friends now. You got $250, so now you can do it. It's just like, Jesus, game, like, fuck. It just takes a while for it to get to its point. The characters are great, though, like, and the game itself is very beautiful. It's fun just to run around it and not even do much, like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've been just dicking off. I actually moved to the single player. I've just been hunting for the camp, because the fucking...
Yeah.
we were still cracking up a little bit, so I was like, I'll fucking go single player too and see if that helps. It did. But, like, I'm having a grand old time just fucking hunting. Like, not even doing much. Like, added a couple bucks to the fucking camp. Like, that's it. Still had fucking a lot of fun doing it and bullshitting with you here. Like,
Yeah,
I think
absolutely, man.
this game's gonna be one of my favorite games of the year next year, but like, yeah, it's just so slow that it was hard for me to get into it, and then I got another couple games, and because of the slow pace of this, like, I just stopped playing it for a bit, like...
The greatest strength is the greatest weakness of Red Dead Redemption 2 for me, and that's just the fact that they, like, try to be as authentic as possible to just the Western feel, because honestly, like, maybe it's a little cliche, but just like life was slower back then.
True.
And yeah, everything is fucking methodical. Everything like, and that's what works so well, and also just turns people off of it so much because like, yeah, why is it so annoying to get on my fucking nerves? Well, it would be, but like, I've got time. Like, I want to do other stuff, so. I really like Red Dead Redemption 2. I really love the immersion that it has, and that's something I usually don't say about games because I'm usually just like, I'm playing a fucking video game. How am I immersed?
Right.
But Red Dead Redemption 2 almost gets me to that point. And yeah, the characters are all great. I love just walking around, hearing people talk, just whatever. That it's not even like important stuff. I'm just like responding to them, waving at them, whatever. Going on fishing trips, hunting, like you were saying. All of
Right.
that's perfect. And then when I missions, even though sometimes it be a hero or a bad guy, but then it's like your next story mission is blow up these innocent people, and you're like, what? Okay, I guess I'll do that. Like, I guess I'll rob this. I don't like that so much. Not even for me, because it works out for my character. Because for me, an outlaw with a heart of gold, so I'm still. But it just kind of gets in the way of like the open world aspect that they try to present you, when they're just like, no, but actually you are a bad guy.
Right.
But yeah, and then Red Dead Online is just
Yeah. Yup.
that's fine. They'll fix it with patches.
That certainly is
because
a
I
thing.
have other online games. But yeah, I think that mostly wraps it up for just the multi-console releases. I had to skip over a few because I should have thrown them in the other list of games I want to play.
Yeah, no,
So
I get
we'll
that.
yeah, take a quick break, and then I think we're going to talk about the PlayStation 4 and Xbox exclusives that came out that we either played and liked, or they're just like the big releases of this year for them, in our opinion.
Yeah. No, we'll take a quick little Boston water break and just fucking, you know.
Yeah, quick break. We'll be right back. All right.